Minecraft mobs are pretty bad, so using custom skins that I found online, I'll be making them super realistic. Kinda creepy realistic. Okay, so the first one we're going to choose is the cow. Now, the cow is perhaps one of the most boring and derpy looking Minecraft mobs in my opinion, but we're going to give this one a huge facelift because this skin that I found makes the cow hyper realistic. Okay, just check this out. We're going to do a comparison. Look how different that looks. The cow is literally like you see something in real life. It looks like something from one of those Minecraft clone games where they tried super hard to be Minecraft but just too realistic. And the others are a little bit too realistic. I think Minecraft's age rating is going to go up after using this cow model. Also, it works for the mushroom, although the mushroom model in Blockbench doesn't have the actual mushrooms on it, so it just looks like a cow, so it's kind of pointless. Okay, let's go with the creeper. The creeper, we gave it a pretty good upgrade in the last video, but what about a realistic creeper? Okay, just check this one out. This one is one of my favorite ones. So the creeper just now has these super realistic leaves. He's basically covered in a bush, like real camouflage, so he's going to camouflage with the grass. And he has TNT inside, which is exposed. Kind of like that anatomy of a creeper diagram that's really famous. If you know, you know. Also, we have red eyes too. You know, super spooky. I really like this one. I'm excited to see what it looks like in game. Enderman. Perhaps the most annoying mob if you glance at it and look at it the wrong way. Endermen are insecure. If you look at them the wrong way, they're not going to be happy. But just look at this. Look how cool this Enderman skin's eyes are. It definitely kind of looks angry, but you're going to see him really just go over the top when you look at him and he has his mouth out because that just looks super creepy. Also, I love these cosmic purple stripes all across the skin. It just really kind of sells that whole end being a space dimension look. Okay, the pig. Another derpy mob along with the cow. Let's see what we can do with this guy because the vanilla one just looks silly. Okay, just look at this thing. This is just another one of those skins, exactly like the cow, where it looks like it comes from some Russian Minecraft clone game. You're literally looking at a pig. They've used realistic pig textures and just put it on a cube. It's like in real life if a pig just literally just became a block. I just don't know what I'm looking at with this one. Just look at the comparison. It's just night and day. Now check this one out, right? The sheep. In Minecraft, sheep, they just look boring, okay? And yeah, sure, they have the same derpy eyes, but they kind of look cute. But just look at this realistic sheep. This is perhaps the most realistic skin out of all the ones which I've chosen for this video. Just look at that sheep's face. It's like you're staring into the eyes of a demon. It just doesn't look like you should be looking at this thing. I just can't describe it. And look at the detail on his wool all over its legs. This skin is just pretty crazy. And I know it doesn't have the wool. I'm showing you the sheared sheep, but you'll see what it looks like in game, okay? The sheep in game with the wool on looks a lot different. It kind of just looks stupid. When you see it in game, you'll realize. Also, I don't know what I'm doing with this cube. I tried to kind of simulate what the wool would look like, but it just didn't work out. Moving on. Skeletons is just one of those hostile mobs we have to change. We changed it in the last video, made it hyper detailed, but just look at this. This is realistic on a whole new level. Now the skeleton looks like some kind of RPG monster that you'd see in Skyrim. Now just look how detailed that ribcage is and the pelvic bone. This is a really cool skin, and how hollow that skull is. The only thing I didn't really understand about this skin is on the back of the head there's like a part of the spinal column which just isn't attached to the rest of the body, which looks super weird. But the skeleton is not technically alive, so it kind of gives the feeling that magic is playing some part. Okay, and just a demonstration, just like with a mushroom, this skin also supports the wither skeleton too. There's no point showing that in game, but I just wanted to show that it's basically the same skin. Okay, so slimes are kind of hard to showcase, right? Because it's in two pieces. We have the normal slime and then also the shell of the slime. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what the skin looks like on the normal slime, and then I'll show it on the shell, but it looks better in game. So this is realistic slime, okay? And it looks kind of weird. This is the slime shell, and this is what the realistic slime looks like. It just looks like jelly, but I'll show you what it looks like in game. Trust me, it's so much more satisfying. If you have arachnophobia, you should probably click off this video right now because this scary spider makes things just like a horror movie. So normal spiders in Minecraft just have no terror factor, but just look at this disgusting monstrosity, right? So you can see its mandibles and just the fur. It's like 4K fur. I don't know how they've done this. And just look at the markings on the back. This could literally be a house spider that could be crawling over you right now. Don't look down. And it has those spooky red eyes. If we make a comparison to the vanilla skin, it does actually look like the vanilla spider skin, but just realistic, which is what we're going for. Super impressed with this one. Okay, let's go with the wolf. Wolves are my favorite animal, and I think we can really upgrade this one because I found a super cool skin for the wolf, which looks scary. Now, what you'll notice is the wolf is broken down into a series of different skins. You have wolf eyes, the red eyes version when you attack the wolf, a wolf collar, which is the pet version, but for some reason this skin just has all the skins as the same. So even the normal wolf is angry and has red horror eyes, right? So even if you attack it, it just looks the same. And the pet wolf, well, you'll see that in game. But just look at this cool skin. It's like a wolf husky hybrid. It's really nice. I really like this upgrade. Although I definitely wouldn't like to see this because it looks like a creepypasta. Zombies. The most basic hostile mob, probably the first one you ever saw when you played Minecraft. These guys are simple and I kind of don't want them to change the design in Minecraft. But just look at this one. Let's say we were playing a prison map, right? Look how much more terrifying this skin looks. It has a 3D look to it with these open red eyes. It definitely kind of feels like we're playing some kind of survival horror, right? This would be perfect for a zombie survival mob or a mod pack. It's basically like an evil zombie in a prison jumpsuit. I don't know where this guy's from, but if you know, drop a comment below. But just look at the detail put into the pixel art in the skin. Pretty crazy. It almost doesn't fit in with the game because it's just so realistic and the resolution's high. It looks like something out of Batman. Like this dude just literally escaped Arkham Asylum. Just look at those teeth. This dude needs a plastic surgeon and a dentist. Okay, bats. So bats are kind of boring, right? They're an ambient mob which don't really do anything, but just look how this skin transforms the bat into something completely different. This looks like something straight out of a DC movie like Morbius. If you've seen the Morbius movie, this is definitely giving those same vibes. Just look how cool this bat is now. I'm going to spawn them in game later and you'll see how much more awesome bats are. I don't know if this is being pulled from a texture pack, but this skin is just truly something else. Now blazers, they're really irritating in the nether, right? But what does a hyper-realistic blaze look like? Check this out. It looks like a reanimated skull with flames all over it. It definitely looks like some magical entity which could be in the nether. I really like the look of this, and it has flames all over the different blaze rods that are floating around it. This skin is pretty cool, and I'm kind of almost scared to spawn it in the world when we get into the game. It also looks like our skeleton skin too, so it perfectly blends into the theme. This skin also supports the old zombie pigman, which isn't in the game since 1.16, but it's still a pretty cool feature and a good throwback. Okay, now time to hop in game. Let's test out this pack. Okay, so the first one we're spawning is the cow, right? Oh snap, look at that cow in game. And it also is not too realistic that it doesn't blend in with the game. It kind of weirdly fits. It looks realistic, but also kind of Minecrafty. Although I feel like there should definitely be different block textures to fit with this thing. It's kind of too realistic for this world. So unfortunately, we're going to have to take it out of this world because we brought it in. Damn, just look at those details, dude. The patches, the colors. It definitely looks like a more typical realistic cow look. Well, the whole cow effect is worn off now, so sorry, guy. Time to check out another mob. Next up is the creeper. Now this one was actually my favorite. Just look how cool this one looks. Look at the attention to detail on the skin. And those leaves look super realistic in game. I can't remember what the resolution of this texture was, but it's super awesome. We definitely need to see this guy explode. We're going to test that. Okay, going into survival mode here is playing with fire, so we're going to eat a golden apple. Ah, right, here we go. We're in survival. Watch this guy boom. We have netherite on, so he can't kill us. But that was weirdly satisfying. So now we'll try the Enderman, who actually looks equally just as cool in game. Although he's not reacting. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, snap. When he opens his mouth and his jaw goes down, that looks super cool. Although he kind of looks weird to how the vanilla Enderman's supposed to look. I don't know if I like this look. He looks pretty cool, though. I'd like to see, like, a ton of them in the end, though. Like a whole army of them in the end. That would look so cool. Especially with a shader. Oh, he didn't drop an ender pearl. Okay, pigs. This was another one. I would say, although it's not my favorite, the pigs are the most realistic. Just look what this guy looks like in game. This skin reminds me of those old texture packs like LB Photorealism back in the day when you had to use the MC Patcher to use HD skins. Okay, this is weirdly satisfying to abuse this pig. Also, these are the slimes, right, in game. There's a ton of them because for some reason this world is spawning slimes just like it's a super flat. I don't know why, but they just look like cubes of jelly in game. Which are really cool at first, but then you see there's so many armies of slimes everywhere. Just like when you spawn in a super flat world, and you're trying to build stuff, and you have to put it on peaceful because of the overbearing amount of slime spawning. And just look at the mini ones. We have like 100 mini jelly cubes attacking me right now. If you couldn't tell, I really do hate slimes. Although, I very rarely ran into them in survival mode. Okay, let's bunny hop away from these guys. Okay, sheep. This is what that hyper-realistic sheep looks like in game with its wool. The reason I didn't show you what it looked like in the model program with its wool is because it literally looks like this. It has like a really realistic face, and then it just has one flat color for its wool. Yikes. Then we have the skeleton. You can see the skeleton actually looks really cool. And he's attacking me right now, but he's just going to burn and die before I die because I have the best armor on in the game. Look at this dude. Okay, first up's the spider. I really like this spider, and it equally just looks as scary in game, if not more scary. Although we're on a really bright day on a sandy beach right now, so it doesn't really scare me. But imagine if you went down a dungeon in a spider spawner and you saw a ton of these. Plus, this is the same skin for cave spiders, so if you find an abandoned mine shaft, this thing is literally like Friday the 13th. You just can't escape from them. Although they kind of look goofy when they attack me. Then we have wolves. These ones were really cool. I'm interested to see what happens when we punch it though, because the skin's the same for normal wolves and angry wolves. So I guess it doesn't, yeah, it just doesn't change. But we do have some bones, right? So when we get rid of this annoying slime... Oh, okay, I'm being attacked by so many of these wolves. These guys don't want to be my friend, so definitely don't want to be my pet. Let's just jump away. Let's skip, hop, and jump and bunny hop away, because that always works. Let's spawn another wolf, and let's tame this... Oh. Okay, he just turns pure red. So when we tame him, he's supposed to be happy like a pet, but he just turns just blood red with anger. Look at these bats. Look how cool these bats look now in game. Oh, wait, I'm being attacked by a slime. So these bats look a lot more cool than they usually do. So if you see these guys in caves now, they have a much cooler color. I really like how these ones turned out. This is perhaps one of the most coolest skins out of this collection. Blazers. Okay. So, like I said, this goes perfect with our skeleton, although these guys are kind of spooky. I need to spawn these guys in their actual real location. Like, if I saw a ton of blazers in a spawner in a nether fortress, it would be a different story, right? Wait, let's see if he can hit me. Oh, my wolf killed him. Jump in the water to extinguish the flames. Okay, I'm just going to spawn more bats because I just find them really satisfying to look at. They're super cool. But that's all of our mobs. So now we just have to kill the rest of these jelly cubes. If you like the mobs I made in this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and tell me your ideas for different mobs that you want me to create in the next video down in the comments. Thanks for watching.